This is Miss Diorama. In this video I'll show you 3 Christmas ornament ideas and how I use these Arrtx paint markers to add colour to them. Arrtx kindly sent me another set of Simptap acrylic markers. These pens provide strong coverage, the paint is water-based and waterproof once dry, and they can paint on multiple different surfaces, pretty much on any surface that you'd normally be able to paint with regular acrylic paints. This pack comes with 48 bright colours to choose from, and includes skin tones, earth tones, and even metallic gold and silver. I'm going to put them to the test by using them on some plywood as well as MDF for this project. So without further delay, let's get started. I thought I'd make myself my very own miniature YouTube play button. I cut the parts out, sanded the face and filed away the burnt edges left over from the laser cutting process. With that done, I chose the red pen. These pens have this visibility window here that allows for easy ink monitoring. First, shake the pen to mix the ink thoroughly. Then all you have to do is press this valve at the top of the pen to dispense ink into the brush tip. Once the tip is saturated with ink, you can now use it to apply colour to your artwork. Although the coverage on the first pass was sufficient, I went over it a few times, applying ink to the edges of the piece as well. Plywood can be quite porous, but the ink has enough coverage to offset that problem. I used the white pen to add colour to the play symbol in the middle of the button. Once that was done, I added cardstock as a backing so I could attach the play symbol. Now I've got a new little creation that I can display on my shelf. Moving on to the ornaments, starting with the first one, I used my laser to cut the parts. The material I'm using is some 3mm thick MDF. The laser did some engraving first, followed by some cutting. 2 of the ornaments I'm showing you I designed myself. I will leave a link in the description to where you can get the SVG templates for these ornaments. The first ornament I'm making is not my design, but I will be sure to leave a link to where you can get your hands on this one as well. Once the cutting was done, I laid the parts out and decided on a colour scheme, using this graphic here as inspiration. I started with a deep blue-green colour on some of the leaves. The middle set of leaves I coloured with this purple. And the last set of leaves I used this aqua colour. For the poinsettia flowers, I started with a peach sort of colour. And I used a lighter shade to add highlights. For the next flower, I used red. And an orange colour to add highlights to this. For the final flower, I used a bright pink. followed by a more muted pink to add highlights. I used a yellow for the middle of the flower. Then I went on to add a variety of different coloured highlights to all of the parts. Following that, I applied some gold around the very edges of all the pieces. Now I can show you how all these pieces fit together. Glue is applied to fix the pieces into place permanently. This piece is attached to the back of the ornament so that a piece of string can be tied to it. And that completes the first ornament. Now it's on to ornament number 2. This ornament is a holly and snowflake wreath with the words Merry Christmas. First, I add white to the words. White is also applied to the snowflake. Red is applied to the holly berries. Then I proceed to add a variety of green hues to the wreath itself, starting with this deep blue-green colour. Continuing with a lighter green shade on the holly leaves. And some more on some greenery stems. This is followed with some lighter green highlights on the edges of the leaves. And some more highlights on these greenery stems. Some more green on the leafy stems. Followed by frosty white highlights on the edges of all the pieces. smudge some of the colour with my fingers. I do the same thing to all of the individual pieces. You may also be able to see that I added silver to some of the edges of the wreath. Now this ornament was ready to be assembled. Once I was happy with the placement of the individual pieces, they can be glued in place permanently. That completes this ornament. Now on to ornament number 3. This one is my favourite of all 3. I think that's because of its simplicity, and possibly the fact that it could easily be customised to any desired colour combination. I chose to use a blue and gold colour scheme for this ornament, starting with this deep blue colour. These other pieces I coloured with a lighter blue colour. And the words I coloured with the gold pen. MDF is very porous, therefore a couple of coats of the shade exposes the real beauty of the colour. These pieces are so delicate, but the pens work well on them. The tapered brush tips on these pens make it easy to deposit colour into harder to reach areas. Once colour has been applied to all of the pieces, it's time to assemble the ornament. That completes this final ornament. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, please don't forget to give it a like. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel. Hopefully this video inspires you to make some ornaments of your very own. And also, don't forget to check out the range of acrylic paint pens that Arrtx has available. They make doing projects like this such a pleasure. Until next time, thanks for watching. Bye for now. See you next time.